This is Courage Barbell, and I'm your host, Chad Ikes. I'm out here in front of my house today doing some sled dragging videos. Hopefully you watched part one, which was the lower body sled dragging. Right now, I want to go over something that I think a lot of people miss and don't understand about sleds, and that's upper body sled dragging. I cannot talk enough about how great this is for recovery, GPP, raising the heart rate, not to mention just getting outside, moving, getting out in the sun, getting out in the gym, being active. A lot of times super heavyweights, well, all power lifters, but especially super heavyweights, we tend to not move enough. And moving is still very, very important for the health of our joints, for keeping things lubricated, moving, working on movement patterns. Like a lot of times when you do one movement all the time, it creates injury. So you get out here and you move and you do a lot of different stuff. So we have an Elite FTS sled, which is one of my favorite sleds. It's very inexpensive. It's a great sled. The center pin comes out, makes it easy to store. You don't have to, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. I talked about Spud Inc. for the dragging strap, but Spud also has sled dragging straps, which are awesome. They have the, I guess that's like a nylon material. They have a sled just made on the nylon material, which is awesome if you have to drag it to park in grass, or you have an area by your gym that's grass. That sled you can drag into grass without doing much damage, or any damage really. It's plate loaded with a little strap that holds them down. It works awesome, and it will work awesome for upper body sled as well. So, as I said in my previous video, I've shot these a couple times. I don't know, whatever it is I have with messing up computer type electronics and stuff, but hopefully we're getting through this video. This is the last time I can post it, or last time I can shoot this one and I can get it posted for you guys. The one thing I really like about upper body sled dragging is that you're taking out the eccentric phase of the lift. So this kind of helps in recovery, working through that muscle soreness and getting your body recovery and ready for the next session faster. It also is only limited by your creativity. So starting out my lifting career in my basement with what equipment I could get my hands on, I had to be really creative in how I did stuff, and how I trained, and what exercises I did, and how I could come up with different exercises to work on my muscles. For example, in the basement, there's one of the beams right through where my little gym was, a big I-beam. And I'm like, okay, another way to do rows. Like I would grab the I-beam, hook my feet around it, and do like a reverse row on that beam when I was a kid. And that was actually a great exercise. So with this one, like if you can do it with cables, you can do it with a sled. If you can do it with a dumbbell, you can probably do it with a sled. Like, I'm going to show you a bunch of different exercises, but don't think that's it. Like, use your head. If you go, oh man, I did this exercise, I really like this exercise, I wonder if we can do it with, well, go try it. Like, what's it going to hurt? So I'm going to go over exercises, but there's three types or ways that I like to drag, and I think this is also for people that do upper body stuff. I don't think they ever really think of these three different ways. So first of all, let me start off by showing you just a bunch of different exercises I do. And quite honestly, I know this is bad, but I didn't even put a lot of thought into what exercises I'm going to show you. So I'm shooting this all off the hip right now. That's usually how I do the upper body stuff. I just get my guys out here when I'm out here, and it's like, just go, man. I'll just start whipping off exercises, and you guys do them. So what I have here is I have my strap that's hooked to the sled, which I have a D-ring in. Then I have another strap going through the D-ring. One thing I forgot to mention in my last part one was that you can just loop this strap through the other strap, but I found what happens is not so much in the upper body stuff, but more in the lower body stuff. If you have two straps dragging across each other, creates a lot of heat and it wears both straps out. If you put some sort of metal ring or D-ring, especially something that's a little slick, you're going to get a lot more use out of your straps. I've Actually ripped quite a few handles over the years by wearing them out. So the first movement we're going to do is basically a bench press, push out. I have some of my guys, I don't really care which way. I have some of my guys that like to do it with the strap inside. And then I have some of my guys like me who prefer to do it on the outside. So I'll demonstrate both ways to do that. I'm going to go inside first. So I'm inside right here, and I'm just going to push, walk, push, walk, push, walk, push, walk, push. Now I'll demonstrate outside. Again, I use the word intent a whole lot. It's the same thing right here. Don't just walk through these movements. I mean, yes, walk through the movements. You know what I mean? So when I get up here and I'm ready to push, I'm dropping my shoulder blades, I'm depressing my shoulders, then I'm scapular retraction, pushing out. Back tight, bracing, push out. Walk, back tight, bracing, push out. So I'm doing everything with intent. I'm making sure I'm using the proper technique that I would use if I was laying down on a bench press. Okay, another thing I like to do, as I mentioned in my last video, we have a 150-foot stretch. I kind of like to do a protagonistic, antagonistic approach, at least for the first part of these sessions. So if I just did a bench press, we're going to go and do a row. And same thing, I'm going to get right here, and when I row, I'm depressing my shoulders, retracting my scapula, and then pulling through, but I'm doing it all in one motion. Bam! Just like that, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So now, this is where we're going to come to the creative part. I can do a fly. Work that chest a little bit. I know, you probably can't believe I just said that, but I did. So, you're just going to stand here, lock those shoulder blades together, pull it forward, step forward, pull it, step forward, pull it. Then, antagonistic, protagonistic. On the way back, I'm going to work my rear delts. So, same thing, just the opposite. Twisted my strap a little bit, untwist it, stand here, squeeze those rear delts, work those rear delts. Then I can switch to work the triceps. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to step forward and get a little stretch in my lats. Bam! Lock those triceps out. Bam! Bam! Then protagonistic, antagonistic. What am I going to do on the way back? I'm going to do some curls. After I pick the strap up I just dropped. Curls, nice and easy. I hate curls, but they have to be done. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some straight arm raises. Get set, scapular retract, shoulders depressed, pull. Then when I go back, I'm going to pull the lats down. So we're going to come in here, I'm going to scapular retraction, depression, pull those lats down. We can do, the sled's probably a little heavy for this, but you want to do some side lateral raises. And then when you come back, you can actually do another lat one. Just pulling it out into your side, pulling it into your side. I like to do, once we'll go through a lot of these movements that are protagonistic and antagonistic, but in all reality, you should be doing way more posterior work on your body than anterior work in your body. So after we've gone through 5 or 6 of the posterior anterior flip-flop, I want to finish with 4 or 5 just posterior exercises. So one of my favorites is, of course, the face pull. Snapping it back and up. I think this is actually a great version of the face pull. Then I'm a big fan of the YWTs. You can actually do all 3 with this one. You can do a Y at the Y. You can do a T. And you can even do the W. The W is a little difficult though, because you want to hold it up here in that W and pull it out. Pull it out. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every single one because first of all, I'm having a little brain fog right now. But pretty much if you can do it in the gym, you can do it out here. So you have all this array of exercises you can do. It's almost endless. I mean, you can even do it these kind of suck, but I'll do like a military press where I'll bend over. Maybe I can't do it with this strap. I think I have longer straps somewhere, but you can do a military if you go over your back, bend over, drive it out, step forward, drive it out. And same thing with kind of a lat pull down. You can bend over and do a lat pull. I'm gonna be honest with you, I got a big gut. Those ones kind of suck for me, being bent over that much. That's life. I'm oppressed by my fat gut. So then let's move on now to, that's one way to do the exercise where you're doing a concentric phase, but there is no real eccentric phase. That's one way. The next way I like to do is still no eccentric and concentric, but it's a very slow concentric. So what I'm talking about is I have a 150-foot run we use. So what I'll do, I'll be like, okay, let's do the bench press. What I want them right here at the start of the 150, and I want them slowly. By the time they hit the end, I want them fully locked. So it's a very slow, very controlled movement, and staying that tight and flexing that whole way can actually be kind of difficult. I'm going to drag this one down and do a shorter version to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So basically, I'm going to have them start right here in like the bottom of your bench press. You're going to brace, you're going to walk, and as you're walking, you're just slowly extending it. So by the time I get up here to the camera, I want to be fully locked. This is a great one to get that extra burn, get that extra pump. It works awesome for the upper back stuff. Like you try doing a YWT like this, it is killer. But all the exercises I just showed you and any new ones you can come up with, you can do them this way too. So, I mean, even if you run out, if you're out here doing this and you're like, shoot man, I'm only 7 minutes in, I ran out of exercises. Go back and do all the ones you did like this. Now, the third version that I like is an isometric version, which isometric is basically holding a solid position against resistance, a steady position. So this is a good one I like with the bench press, for example. If a guy is really bad at the bottom, you know, if he's having trouble getting off his chest, I'm going to make him walk and just hold this position right here. So he's getting used to that position. If they're in the middle, I may have them hold in the middle. I may have them hold at the top. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll do 150 foot at bottom, one at middle, one at top. And basically, I'll demonstrate this one as well. So say I'm looking to hold the bench at the bottom. I'm going to hold it right here. And and shoulder blades, again, intent. Shoulder blades are together, depressed. I'm holding this bench position. I'm holding it tight, and I'm just going to walk in that position. Now, again, that position can be here. It can be here. If you got guys having tricep issues, have them hold it out locked like this. It's awesome. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's basically the 3 ways you can do upper body. That's a demonstration of some of the exercises you can do. It's endless. You can do like a Cuban press. You can do internal, external rotation. You can do, here, that's another good one I like. Internal and external, but do it with a static isometric hold. Now again, you'll probably have to drop some weight off for some of those ones. Like a side lateral is not going to be much weight. If you're doing internal, external, might not be a lot of weight, especially if you're doing an internal hold. Then it's the same thing. Then you want to go back to the principles that I showed you in the lower body one. A little squat down, keeping the upper back straight, or a little lean forward, and going to the side. And really watching that you're going perpendicular to the sled in a straight line. Hold on, I'm thinking if there's any other ones I really want to let you guys know about. Honestly, that's it. I mean, it's up to your creativity. I think that's part of the fun of the process. I want you guys to learn and expand your minds. So I would kind of rather give you information and have you work on it and think about it yourself a little bit. And hey, if you list some good ones, like, please come back to this video and comment on it and let me know. I think everyone else watching these videos would also like to know if you have other good ideas on different exercises to do. Because the more tools we have in our toolbox, the smarter we're going to be, the better gains we can make, the better we're utilizing the time we are putting into training. So let's talk about this again. As I said in the first video, I'm more into a time frame than I am into going, this is sets and reps of each drag and each exercise. Even like some of my clients that are more advanced, I'm basically like, dude, go do upper body for 20 minutes. They know this isn't rocket science. They know the exercises, they know how to perform them. There's a lot of times if I got 3 or 4 guys out here, they can come up with stuff to keep themselves going the whole time. And I'm more into, how are you moving for 20, 25 minutes? Whatever time frame I give them at the day. So we have our sets. I kind of have my set stuff, you know, like the ones I went over are kind of like my standbys. Like, this is the basics. Let's just get through these first. Then we'll start being creative after that, because I know I've pretty much hit everything by the time I've done all those. And then, of course, mixing up the 3 different styles. But the most important thing is 20 minutes. And as they get in better shape, as I have new clients that get in better shape after guys get in better shape after winter, can I get more exercises in during that 20 minutes? Are they taking shorter to no rest breaks anymore? Like, they should be able to come out here and bust out 20, 25 minutes nonstop. That's my goal. And then once they hit that goal, it's like, okay, let's see how much we can get done in that 20 minutes or 25 minutes, whatever I choose. Sometimes I go 30 too. So pretty simple. Lead FTS sled, spudding straps, lead FTS straps. This is a really inexpensive way to do a lot of work. If you do train at a gym, but you have a life like most of us do, and it's hard getting to the gym, and it's hard going, oh man, I got to go into the gym for a 20-minute recovery session, get a sled and a couple plates. You can honestly get on Craigslist and find 35s or 25. They don't even have to be 45-pound plates because it's a sled. And if you're doing recovery and GPP work, it's not like you need a whole ton of weight. So this is a great option for everybody to do. And again, as for how much weight we use, we do a lot of stuff with just one plate. Some of the other stuff I'll drop people down to 25s, of course, depending on if it's a lighter guy or a lighter female or a heavier guy, depending on where the strength level is. But again, that depends on what kind of sled you're using, what kind of surface you're on. So just keep that stuff in mind. All right, I think I've talked long enough. I'm a little parched. I need to get some food and some drink. And please like this channel. Like it. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the alert button so you know when new videos come up. Please share this channel, man. If you got an Instagram or Facebook or something and you actually like this video and you learned something from this video, please share it on your social media. Help me to get this thing to grow. Please follow me on Instagram. It's just under Chad Ikes. I post a lot of various life stuff if you want to know anything about me beyond just my training videos. And I post a lot of training videos on there as well. So that's it. I'm done talking. I'm out. You guys have a great day.